intentionally trying to hurt him. It's just you're turning his head.
Yeah, you're turning his head, yeah.
Hope everybody rested well. So today we'll keep doing these core exercises. Hopefully we could be using a bit less gas whenever you're doing them. And I think today we're going to work at Carlson Gracie-style Jiu-Jitsu. So Carlson Gracie, I don't know if you're familiar with Carlson, but he was really into attacking Jiu-Jitsu. So and the way he sort of trained was really to teach sequences of attack. So some may be familiar to you. There's a really beautiful sequence of mount attacks I'm going to do with you today, and it correlates very well with guard attacks and back attacks as well. So that'll be the kind of the core of the core knowledge we'll be teaching this morning, and then of course we'll do a little sparring today as well. And hopefully, you know, you'll still be incorporating the stuff we've been doing from the half guard and things like this when we're sparring. So we'll try and just keep everything in your head, just so that you're not leaving here going, oh, he taught this choke and I don't remember. He taught this sweep and I don't remember. I want you to go home and back to the mats and having all this material that you can use if you should wish to. Okay, so that's going to be the content for today. So let's get running around the mat. Let's get a bit warm. Do a lot of running around the mat. Loosen up your arms and your wrists. Let's just pop. Oh, he's trying to serve elegantly. Not as happy as they was at the start. Nice, let's work our hip escapes, guys. First thing, turn your heels. Remember to turn your heels at the first movement. Nice. Let everything else just happen. Good. Find the middle where your feet should be to your bum. So like in the middle. Nice. Turn your heels. Nice. Good. Each movement, big breath out of the movement. change partners, okay? Let's play 3 minutes of chess on the mat, okay? So just 1, 2, 1, 2, state each move, and want each move to be purposeful and with breath, okay? So let's find a new partner and let's do chess on the mat for 3 minutes, just as a bit of a loose warm up, okay? Let's go, everybody. Start in the half guard shell just for. So start in the half guard shell. Make sure your knee is on his. So remember that, yes, your knee is on his hip, yeah, or her hip, and overreach with the. And so when you with your shell, remember that you're grabbing onto those triceps. You're connected, yes. And just 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go, guys. Yeah, count out the moves, guys. It's hard to do with breathing too. Make a breathy count. 1, 2.
Alright, finish it. 1, 2.
Okay, good. Everybody, time. Maybe this is. So this is some stuff. I was what professor here. I think this is worth doing. Okay, so. Oh yes, the guru mat. Okay.
Guru posture.
The guru posture. So I just want you to do it like this. Okay. So get one grip. So I want you to do the palm up, because this is the hardest one to do. Okay. So how are you right now? He's okay. All right. So this is a triangle. You understand this, yeah? So what's the triangle? This arm, and the back of his gi. So his head is in here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, very simply, this is the Henry. Maybe you guys know it already, do you? So there's less of his neck in here. And so anything I do to make this space smaller will make it horrible. But you need to have pressure, okay? Because you can do this completely right. Because remember Margarita showed this to me, and he used to show me this sort of Batman thing. He just like this. He's just do like this, doc. And I was just like, yeah, but I can't choke. It took a long time for me to figure this out. And the secret is the pressure, I think. Okay, so here, okay, he's okay. So all I'm going to do is just push my hands together like this. And now he's going, I'm still okay. I just don't want anything more to happen. All right. And then I go, and it takes nothing. But you need to have that constant pressure. So I want you to just sit here and just push your nut just like this, and just like this here. And then there are other things that will make it better for me, okay? So for example, my arms being straight is not a great thing. If I can pull him towards me, that's good, okay? And if I can take a breath, I just let go of the gi. If you do what Bill Clinton didn't do, remember, inhale, okay? For you sports fans out there, he never did. Okay, but I'm going to, because I'm cool. All right, so hands together is the constant pressure. If that is the constant pressure, and anything I do from here, but if I go like this and go like this, it doesn't mean anything. So constant pressure, and then, okay, but you need to have this pressure. So our professor's me here. He's here. So the hands are right. So this is the invisible. He just pushes his knuckles together. Anything he does now is going to kill me. And the tap is that fast. Okay, so let's work. Just do it standing at the start, and then let's do it on the mount on the bottom. Then we'll look at the entries. Let's go. This usually comes this way. Sometimes that's difficult. Try and find some fabric. Okay, and then it's still the same pressure, and it's just this. But my elbows are coming like this. Okay, so keep that pressure, elbows. So this is hands in. This level here, the thumb marks where I need to be. So you don't need to be far. Being far is good because it controls his posture well. But for the sake of choking, I just need to be thumb. And then I karate chop him here or something. I love the karate today. So here, I just touch the fabric and then bring the pressure, then bring the elbows in. to here. Let's go, everybody. So get this here, as much of your hand covering as possible. Just grab the gi. If you want to, oh, sorry. He wants to keep his hands on my hips, pushes me backwards. You know, it's going to be harder to finish the choke. Okay, so I want to try and put my head here and then from here a bit. Even without the pressure, I bring it down to my hips. It's horrible. So put your head on here. If he pushes my hips away, it's going to be hard to finish. Okay, I can do it, but it's going to be harder. So head here, and then go back down, and then do it. What's all right?
Head on the inside collar, the inside side.
Here. So if he puts his hands on my hips and pushes me far away, it's going to be hard to finish. So but if I keep my head here, it's going to be easier for me to break the hips, of course, as well. But then from here. So as soon as you've got this, keep your head on it. That's from the guard mode. From the mount position. So I've got Professor here in the mount position. So I want to show you one move. Well, let's work with the X choke first, and we'll work with the sequence. There are lots of different ways to do this. Okay, I'll show you the Waqar Gracie way because it's very good. So the first thing is when I'm in the mount position, what is my error here?
Sitting on the hip?
Yeah. So as the Brazilians keep saying, your opponent is not a chair. You know, translated, your opponent is not a chair. Okay. So for a racist accent. Okay, so I'm off him a little bit. I need to be off him a bit. So yeah, Roger's way of doing this is very curious, but it's very good, and he's submitted everybody with this. Okay, so because it's hard sometimes to get this grip. Okay, it's hard to do this. What Roger also he just puts his fists down here. That's how Roger does this, and then from here he puts his arm down to the base, and he's here. Okay, so with his arm here and his head here, try and push me around the place here. That's quite hard. So yeah, with this arm here and the arm behind the head. So here, so with the good base, then he closes the choke, and now he's here. Now finish his hand will be up to protect because he knows my target. My target is here. His arms are there. But from here, he windscreen wipers his hand. Here. Okay? And then from here, he closes the choke. So, this is Roger's version. Very nice. So here, this, because whenever I was in this, she thought I was like trying to track like this. But that can be hard to do. So Roger just punches through. He doesn't care. He's got no grip. And then he puts his arm down for a base. And his whole body is the side. It's very, very hard to do much here. Okay, from here, he fixes the gi. You know, and then from here he puts his elbow here. Now finish his hands are going to be protecting his neck. Protecting everything. Here. So from here, I just slide my hand into the here. Even his hands are up, right up here, right up around your neck. It's very hard to stop getting some element of the collar. And then from here, you're going to come up here, and then everything, and then you put your head down on the mat for base again, and then you're going to just do all of that stuff. Pulling back in.
You're not putting weight on his chest, you're not sitting on it.
I think the weight on him is because so when I've wrestled Roger quite a few times, and when he's fighting with you, it feels like there's a truck on you. Okay, it feels like there's a truck on you. But I'm not sitting on Binish's chest, because if I'm sitting on his chest, okay, lift your hips up. That's fine. Okay, because my weight's on his chest. So my weight, I've talked about this before. I've talked to you about weight on the wedges. So what's wedging him here? My knees. Okay, so if my weight is on my knees, it's kind of heavier for him. It's awful. It's really horrible. He's really stuck. If my weight's on him, he can move me around a bit, even if I'm not sitting on his hips. So, well, yeah, when you're fighting with Roger, like, I'm going to die at any moment, and you're just scrambling around. It feels horrible. So this piece is probably one of the more important pieces. That I am not sitting on. I'm not sitting. My weight is on my knees here. Yeah, my weight is on my knees, and this is very heavy. Okay, and then, so, but again, Vinish is good. It's going to be hard to get this. So Rogers, he just punches here, you know, just a punch. Hasn't gripped anything. And then he gets the base. Then he fixes the collar. Then he gets the collar. Very nice. And he only did it on about 10 world championships, do you know what I mean? So, in case you're not sure it works. Okay, everyone, let's try this. This one was a good name drop. This one I learned from Damian Maia. It was a good name drop, okay? He was at the camp with Brazil, and he was showing us this. So here, he didn't do this, but it's how he finished the choke was a really good detail. So here, sorry, so I use this to open, fix the gi. When I come here, okay, so you come up. Now what is going to finish the choke, okay, according to Damian, was that by bringing my chest forward, I'm putting weight on my hands, okay. So I can't do it all from down here, and the professor was saying that, you know, whenever, you know, you say, oh, I'm on his face all the time, it's hard for you to finish this if you don't come up. The other thing by coming up is, as I come up, you can feel as my head goes over my hands, pressure's coming on, yeah? Yeah. So there's the pressure of putting the head down as well as pulling up. So that sorry, bro. So moving your head forward creates scissoring pressure, yeah? So you have to come up here. Well, I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but this is what Damian Maia was showing. He's quite good at jiu-jitsu, okay? So better than me anyway. So here, and then poof. Okay?
Come up, you push your chest up and you go back down.
Well, yeah. But just understand that little mechanic. So here I punch, and down, fix the gi, I turn, I come up, and it's coming up now. I'm gonna let that pressure come on. That's awful. Okay, so let's keep going with this. Everyone.
Coming up, elbow, forearm.
Oh, you want to do that one?
No, if the partner is too defensive.
Should we, you mean?
Maybe if you don't manage to get
Ow.
Ah. Yeah, nice.
This was quarter mount to mount.
Salo does that one first. He does that. This is a different one. Guys, I'll show you a really nasty one if you want, just because we're in camp and because. Huh? So let me show you this really. These are kind of fun ways to kind of do this. Well, I kind of want to do this. Let me do this Carlson Gracie sequence, and then we'll do the. I don't know. You're looking at me like you want me to show the nasty one. He wants to see the nasty one. I suppose these are ways of kind of dealing with. It's hard to get a collar grip sometimes. So Roger's way of punching through. So I'll show you Salo's way. This is pretty horrible. Okay, but again, Salo Rivero, 5-time world champion. Drops in away. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So here, this is pretty horrible. I apologize in advance. Okay. So you've not got to like your training partners won't wrestle with you much if you do this, by the way. So again, Salo says, I don't want to have to change the man's clothes for him. So Salo, he goes for this grip here, this palm down. It's easier to get, okay? I don't think it's as easy as Rogers, just straight fist. But Salo, he just punches, so it's supposed to come in like this. He punches palm down, like this. Now this is the horrible part, I apologize. He puts his forearm stroke elbow on the guy's face to turn it. And then from here, he gets this grip here. And then the same. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, so you don't have to do too much. So you're getting a fist in. The intention of this is not to hurt him, it's just to turn his face, because this opens up this collar on this side. And then you put your weight forward and you find your base.
So it's more on the jaw than on the neck?
It's a choke. The choke finishes like a normal choke. Mm. It is a choke. It's not a face crank. Here, once I'm here, I'm doing the choke.
The mechanics again at this?
Yeah.
Again, you
rotate it and head forward, and reaching forward, doing the Damian Maia thing. So here, with our down hard. So here, turn the face. So it is a palm up, palm down choke. It's just done the other way around. If you like your friend, you can come down. If you don't like, you can make him suffer. But then I'm here, so I'm rotating, pulling in, and then coming forward. Yeah? Enjoy. Do this one for 10 minutes. No, and Marina, she's a blue belt of mine. She sort of left Jiu-Jitsu to come full-time Muay Thai. So she's a real badass. So yeah, she's so good. She was really, really good. So here, let's look at the position here. This is another horrible position. Same thing from Salo. This is on Salo's old DVD. So, oh yes, guru position. So we're in half guard. We've gotten here. Okay, so let's say we've got past all this. Okay, let's say I've got quarter. Let's say I've got here. Okay, and we're here, and because I'm a deep half guard person, I live here quite a lot. There's a lot of my life is in this position where he is right now. So so keep your hands. So it's hard to get it out, right? And, you know, they teach you to get double on. Like, oh, if I can get underhooks, so he's too well protected. Good purple belt. Okay, so here this is Salo's solution. Okay, it's on your face, but what's actually happening is, I'm not a very stretchy man, but what I'm making him do is, turn your knees this way, I'm forcing him to do this stretch. And that opens this. So, this is the same grip. So he's here, so I'm just reaching here, find some collar if I can, to make it look slightly less brutal. Okay, and I turn his face. So the intention isn't to smash his face, the intention is to turn his face. So as he does, you'll find that comes out. So it's not, usually you can get, especially if you're fighting me, you will find yourself here a lot of me digging for deep half guard, you know, and then you just come out, please don't do this. Well, now you know I'm going to beat my deep half guard. So you turn this way. Enjoy. My students torture me with this stuff, so I'm quite technique heavy. Okay, so let's show you the sequence. So here, okay, so this is the first couple of moves in the sequence. Okay, so this is for more a typical kind of collar grip. Okay, so this is really old school stuff. But again, it's not so old school that I'm going to stay with my weight here, because this is just wrong. Because now if he moves, he's connected, and I suffer. Okay, so I break the connection as high as I can get here. So I'm just going to go old school style like this, and you know, but you can still do the Roger thing. You're coming up here, but he's going to start to hip escape. He's going to try and get us away. So as he does, you bring your foot up. Okay, you know all this. So this is quite basic. The first start of this is quite basic. The rest of it's pretty good. Okay, so here, from here, of course, you know, bring your knee behind his head, open the collar, find here, find this collar, and in this style, you straighten the arms. Okay. So I'll just show you the sequence here. So I go for this. However, let's say I do this, and he knows what's going on. He goes, I don't like it. He comes back down. Okay, so that's the double attack. So you can do the Roger style one here, where you're coming in. He comes on the side. You're here, and then he goes, oh, I don't like it, and you go back to this side. So that's the first double attack. Okay, let's go. Flow with the go. So here, so we've got, so whatever way we get it, whether we're here and we fix whatever thing we do, he gets on his side. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about this position here. Okay, from here, I open this, pass this to here. Some people call it the bow and arrow choke or whatever, but here, generally, the Carlson Gracie way is to straighten your arms. Okay, if that doesn't work, he starts to resist a little bit. The other option is to go for this one, okay, from here, all right? So we all know this stuff here, yeah? The sequence here. If this doesn't work out, okay, I'm gonna go for the most horrible submission in all of Jiu-Jitsu, the worst choke of all, which is I'm going to put my leg here. This is the nastiest choke in Jiu-Jitsu. Very old school. Horrible, isn't it? This is the worst. This is what Mario Sparring describes as the worst choke in all of Jiu-Jitsu. It's pretty awful. So here, whatever way I, boom, get inside, open this, he gets on his side, I come up. If I can keep him here on his side, nice. He's here, he resists, I try this here. I try this stuff here. Okay, he's not giving it to me, he's too strong. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to sit here for the worst choke of Jiu-Jitsu. Alright?
This just maintains a good grip. The right hand. Okay.
Okay? Horrific. I think I forgot what it is.
Really good one.
It's horrible. And you know this choke.
Yeah.
Well, you hit me with this choke the other day. It's whenever, this is just kind of like, you know, like, you all do this, right? You all do this. It's just doing it from the mount. All right?
Cool.
Let's go. It's one, but so it's an important one. Okay, everybody watching this here. So here I'm out. I'm here. I'm going for my thing. It's not working. Like, one of the things you can do, which is pretty horrible. Sorry, again in advance, is I put my knee through here.
Oh, see.
This one. I'm sure you know that one.
Yeah. And
That,
this is barely there, like this one.
yeah. I'm not that cruel. Even Carlson Gracie's not that. Even Carlson isn't that cruel. So yeah, so in this sequence, I come in. If I can finish with this, if I can get the knee in, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes he's too tight, and if he's too tight, that's when I'll just sit down, and I cross over the elbow. Yeah. Then of course maybe he's too strong for this. He gets the grip off or something. The grip is gone. And the next move from here is the armbar. Okay? Cool? There to play with. So Carlson, this is, as I was saying, Carlson was about attack. A sequence of attacks. And this is, most schools do some of these. Okay, they've sort of filtered in. Because they're not really so much about the pure Jiu-Jitsu stuff, because everyone evolves. So here I get this. So from here, if I can, I get my knee in here for this. If he doesn't give me the space for that, if I don't have the space for that one, if I don't have the space, I don't feel I can do it, I'm just going to sit here, over the elbow, finish. If he doesn't give me that, got the arm, and I put this on this side of his head, I'll do this here. Let's go, everyone. I remember showing this in class one day, in my class, and I thought, oh God, I've taught them too much. And whenever I said, right, start from the mount position, everybody was just going for it. Because they all, that's the thing with Carlson. Carlson Gracie was a really good fighter, you know, he was probably the best. Well, he's probably the less bullshitty of the Gracies, because he just fought all the time, you know, and so he had a lot of experience in fighting. And I said, it's kind of it's a little bit unpleasant when you're talking to some of his black belts. You know the picture of the two the dogs looking at each other? Carlson Gracie loved dog fighting. Ugh. But he always observed that the dog who was more aggressive was the dog who won. So his jiu-jitsu was about attack. One attack, another attack, another attack. And for the longest time, his guys dominated the scene. You know, they also took a lot of steroids too. But even watch jiu-jitsu, no-gi, MMA, you know, Pride was just full of his guys. Bruno Bustamante, Mario Sperry, Marco Heisch, you know, so many really good guys. And then they're in Pride, they're in Ricardo Arona, never got pointed in ADCC, you know, so really good. So this is the mindset of the attack. Anyway, I'll show you the last two moves of the sequence, and then we'll have a bit of a spar or two, and then we'll call it a day. So let's show you the last few sequences. So he's sitting on his back. So he's here. So we'll just start. So here. So whatever way I got this, I get into here. He gets on his side. Oof. He's here. I come up. I get this here if I can. I'm up here. So of course you can armbar from here too. You know that. Okay, but this is as part of this sequence is from here. I try and get the the arm in for the I can get the choke here if I need to. I can sort of sit back. I can go for this choke here, the most horrible choke in all of jiu-jitsu. You have a name for it, you know. So, and then here I can't get this choke. So the arm bar involves. So I use this leg to stretch him out. Okay, and I come here. However, there's not much base on him, so he can't sit up. He can sit up pretty easy. That's when I shoot the triangle. So he's going to come back to face me, of course. Now, how you finish your triangle depends on how you like your tea. You know, for fun, let's explore the Danaher version. Okay, so I get my, well, no, we're doing Carlson. Okay, but so here, let's get this out here. He turns away. Okay. So it's all very familiar stuff. It's just how it's all chained together. So let's do this to me. Get it. I'm leaving you. So here he gets the collar grip somehow. Gets the collar grip. Here I turn away. He's in. He's here. He gets his arm underneath. And yeah, he gets his arm underneath. He's here and defending as much as he can. Tries to get his knee inside. He gets his knee in. Okay, he gets this. Ow, I'm dead. Okay, he can't get the knee. Okay, he just sits down instead. He does the most horrible choke in all of jiu-jitsu. He's here, he can't do that because let's say break this grip somehow. Let's say somehow, dude. He comes here, he stretches me away with the arm bar. But I shut up. And I've got, and he opens for the triangle. I walk into the triangle. I defend the triangle. He lets me defend. Omoplata. He finishes with the plata. Nice. And that's all, okay? So that's the sequence. So let's just work through it. Okay? It's a lot. So let's show you this. This is a really unique move. Have you ever seen the Omofixa?
From the.
You know it? Okay. So
Directly from Omoplata or?
let me show you. So let's do the whole thing. So start in the mount position. On the bottom. Oh, Omofixa. All right, guys, let's watch in for just one more move, and then I promise just one more move. Keep promising. So I'm going for this. He comes back. He comes forward. So we've got this double attack here, which you talked about. Let's say he stays here. I'm in. I attack here. I try and get this thing here. It doesn't work out. I'm going to come up. I get my knee in if I can. If that doesn't work out, I'm just going to sit. Find this here. Okay, he breaks the collar. I go for this arm bar, which stretches him away for his arm. If he can come up, I can find the triangle if I can. Even if I can't find the triangle, you can see if he sits up, the Omoplata's there as well. The Omoplata, the Omofixa. So the Omofixa means, from my understanding, I reach underneath here and I grab this arm. Okay, from here, I fall back. Escape, escape, escape. I should the fixa. Here, your shoulders okay? Yeah. So here, whatever fancy Omoplata into, you want to do, you get the Omoplata. Omoplata, you're in. So he stays up, he stays up, because he will stay up. You come up and you grab something. You might not get underneath it, so. And I fall to my back. Okay? This is the arm. I would like to have this, you don't need it. And then from here, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape.
Can't think it again.
Like this. Horrible, yeah? You seen that one, this one?
Yeah. We call it kabutri.
Kabutri. Ah! Let's try it, guys.